what, like I know for me, bro, like there came a time where even like with a life sentence, I was living like I wasn't living like a lifer. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing what I was doing on the yard to get by, bro. But at the same time, like I was thinking free. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking free, man. And that taught me that whatever you think, bro, you can bring into existence, man. You know what I'm saying? I have so many different examples of me thinking something out, bro, writing something down and say, you know what, when I came home, you know what I'm saying, organizations I want to be affiliated with, you know what I'm saying, like you write it down, you believe it, you know what I'm saying, you visualize it, you know what I'm saying, and you bring it forward, bro.
And it's real because I'll tell you what, I found a magazine in prison with an article about the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation. I still had a couple years left, but I was writing because I heard they had a new program. And I told them one day when I come home, I want to work there. I got out, went there, got the tattoo removal. Now I'm a staff member. I got insurance, all kinds of stuff. You hear me? Shout out to the DHDC. Much love for that, baby. Ain't about talking the talk. They about walking the walk for sure.
And that's the same way, bro, like with my parole. It was one of the items. Sorry about that, bro, because I was supposed to bring it with me, but it was one of the things. I created um, a parole from a parole denial, and I ended up putting my bulletin board. You know how the bulletin boards in the joint, you put your pictures up. Well, every day when I woke up in the morning, bro, and every night when I went to sleep, bro, I looked at a parole. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I looked at that, bro, for years. You know what I'm saying? And it came a time, but when I was able to put the real parole right next to it. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at it allowed me to visualize. I already believed it. And anybody that know me from the joint, man, always knew that. I always tell guys, man, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying? And so just I first started to believed it, and then I visualized it by writing it down and creating it. You know what I'm saying? And then brought it into existence, bro, by the work that I was doing.
That's great, man. That's good, bro. That's how powerful we are, though. That's how powerful we are as humans. We could do whatever we choose to do, you know?
Yeah, man. I came out of there, bro.
So tell me this, Puro. Where did you do your most growing at? Like in prison, like what experiences did you go through? What points did you hit where you just started going through these growing spurts, where you started to become so conscious and started to feel like you finally had some direction in your life?
You know what, bro? I share this story every time, bro. It was 2000. I was already struggling, bro, on the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what I wanted to do, or what I'm saying, or like who I wanted to embrace, or what I'm saying, keep on doing this things, keep living the way I was living. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then in 2003, bro, I found myself in a segregation hole, bro. I had already been in prison, like 12 or 13 years or something like that. All my appeals were exhausted. You know what I'm saying? So here I am in a level 5 facility on STG, no appeals. You know what I'm saying? Doing a life without parole, bro. And I'm sitting there looking in that cell, and I just said, man, like something's got to change, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody just said that they remember those talks in Muskegon.
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a lot of guys, bro, I run to guys all the time, like, man, bro, you always said you was gonna come home, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it all started in that segregation cell. You know what I'm saying? Me looking around that cell and having this conversation with God and say, you know what, man, like this can't be it for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this can't be it. And the moment I got a segregation, I bought me one of them old twin tech typewriters, bro, and I went to work. I went to write lawyers, getting involved in the whole juvenile life situation. You know what I'm saying? And just really, really started advocating. And it wasn't something that somebody else was gonna just do for me. You know what I'm saying? But it was something that I was gonna participate, put the work in myself as well.
And that's a big sacrifice, because if y'all know it or not, them typewriters in prison cost you about $350. You probably can't even find one out here in the streets, but in the joint they tax it. So it's hard to come off a $350 in the joint, because you could buy 3 stove bags. That's good secure packs and all that. So you had to make a sacrifice. You know what I mean?
No doubt. That thing, man, cost like $300, bro. And then literally that same typewriter, bro, that same typewriter is I typed the document that ended up freeing me. You know what I'm saying? The 15 page that I sent to my lawyer to submit to the prosecutor, I typed it on that typewriter. You know what I'm saying? And when I came home, I blessed somebody with that typewriter. I told my man, I said, hey, listen, bro, you're doing life for a young guy that just came in with a life sentence. And here goes a typewriter, bro. This typewriter literally, bro, opened that door for me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna pass it down to you, make some use of it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, man, one day he can get out and he can pass that type around to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So the clear boy. That way you couldn't hide
the Mickey Mouse. Something you'll find at Shoppers World.
They wanted to make sure they see right through that thing.
$7-8.
Yeah. That's where it started, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just going through that situation, bro. I just developed a passion for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know how good it feels for me, you know what I'm saying, for being out there, bro, after having a life without parole sentence. And now not only do I want to one day be able to bless somebody else, you know what I'm saying, through that same process, but my main goal, bro, is to abolish life without parole for kids, period. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
That's my
no
main
doubt
goal.
about it. Because, you got to at least give a person an opportunity to grow, to do different, to change their perspective, to change their mind. You can't just throw human life away. I understand unfortunate things have happened. In a lot of cases, life was lost. But, I just believe that everybody deserves a second chance to be able to make a difference, and thank God that I got a second chance because he had life and I easily could have had life.
No,
So,
bro. Kids, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, man, they'll see a kid, man, like 15, 16, 14 years old, bro, and he commits a murder, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, throw him in the, you know what I'm saying? But it's easy for somebody to say who's like, so far separated from the situation itself. You know what I'm saying? They're actually somebody who's actually living that life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so, if it's your child, would it be okay for your child to have life without parole? You know what I'm saying? So
listen, when we come back, we're going to take another 2-minute intermission and we're going to keep talking about some more of this good stuff. So thank you. We appreciate your support. Keep on tuning in. We'll be right back.
Everyday people.
You are in the mix with Detroit DJ Dan.
Quick freestyle break. Lit Music Entertainment.
Walking to work tomorrow, leaving me in pain and sorrow. Never have I had enough, and so much, and it was gone.
Wepa! That's how we do it. Live in the mix with Detroit DJ Dan here at the El Nino podcast. Real everyday people. Stir it up.
You said that it was wrong. You loved me loving you. But you had a desperate heart, and so did I. Is that we made were they all in vain? How could you let it go so far? You was calling out my name as we made love through the night. You told me that you love me, but you're gone. Now I walk into the world of tomorrow. Hide behind the raindrops of sorrow. Dream of a love that thing, but now you're gone forever. My love, my girl, just like the wind.
Shouts out to Jose Burgos, Puro in the building. Check us out every Monday night, 8 p.m.
How many times you tell me I have to question why you love me like that you do? Why won't you by my side? Why deny that there's no hope if you don't give our love a try? Steal my heart, so it's a crime, and push me aside. Act like you never loved me when I can see love through your eyes. You finally realize that I'm standing all alone as you walk away. I'll take girl. I walk into the world of tomorrow. Hide behind the raindrops of sorrow. Dream of a love that could have been, but now you're gone forever. My love, my girl, just like your baby.
Already know, Joe. Oh, yo, that's all. We love you.
We had it all, but then we changed overnight.
What's up there? Montreal in the building.
Going through your mind. just want to be with your friends. For me, you don't have time. I remember when you gave me love. I felt it was like a gift from up above. And now you say you need your space. Now I'm all alone to face these memories of love. My memories of love, memories of love. It's the memories of love.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. Thank you for staying tuned in. So, before we went to our break, we were talking a little bit about, where you discovered, a lot of your growth. And, I can relate because, when I was I was upstate at Chippewa, I got into some trouble. I got caught with a knife. They ended up putting me in a hole for, I think, about 60 days. And, you're just in a cell by yourself. They take all your property and things like that. So really, you have to really use your imagination, or you just succumb to the situation itself. So when you do that, the only person you can really count on is you and God. And books, like people learn how to read books. And when you in a situation like that, so one day they were bringing the book cart by. And, I wasn't really into romance books and all that type of stuff, them freaky boys like that stuff. But anyways, I had got me a Buddhist book. And I said, man, let me see what they talking about, because I had the belief system, but I could never really identify it or compare it to anything. And then so I read this Buddhist book, and it was teaching me about people, about integrity, about attachment, and about, just about human power. And I was just like I started to grow so much, just discovering myself and my purpose and things like that. So, we're just sharing these stories because, like we talked about how earlier, people are under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people who, make fatal decisions, commit suicide, but it's pressure that makes diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you what, we are very polished over here,
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And the good thing is, man, like, it ain't just one or two guys, man. Like, what I'm saying? It's like, there's a lot of guys out here, man, that, have come from prison after certain, serving decades, bro. You know what I'm saying? And out here are doing some real great things. You know what I'm saying? I remember, and for me, the book, a lot of guys, I'm sure you probably heard of it, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen.
James Allen, my favorite book.
That book there, man, it taught me about the law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? About just thinking things into existence, bro. And I've used that mindset, bro. Like from the time that I read that book, I use that mindset, man, in everything I do and every day, bro. And it works.
Brother, I have read that book 10 times from front to back. I love it every time. As a man thinking. Yeah.
James Allen. Grab that book.
Definitely. Read it 10 times. You'll love it.
And the crazy part about it is it's like maybe like a 25-page, book. It's a real small book, you know what I'm saying? But
it's so powerful. It has so much information, don't it?
And not only that, but it was written way back in the day, bro, and it was so relevant still today. You know what I'm saying? So
it was written what, 1800s, 1700s, something like that?
1800s. But James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, he talked about the law of attraction, man, about, what I'm saying, bringing things into existence, just how you think about it.
And if you read that book, you're gonna think they wrote it just for you. That's how real it is.
And it's dope because it also teaches you, man, just as a man, how to conduct yourself. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Man, just the power of the mind of the man.
It helps you set a new standard of living for yourself.
Oh, it's dope.
So while we were at the break, we was reminiscing, kicking it a little bit about, how we did our time when we weren't studying and investing in ourselves, and we was just kicking it. We would play the dominoes, bust your head, play a little capicu, the Wardies, the Cubanos, they was up in the way. I said,
spades, got the spades.
Man, what?
The solitary in the hole, shit.
So this is how we passed our time, on the yards. I was never into gambling. You had homies that were. I was always in it for the fun and the unity. It always brought brothers together. A lot of times when we were up north, when we was upstate, it was hard to get visits there. So when you have Father's Day, birthdays, holidays, and we would spend that, them holidays and things like that, cooking up, making a cook up, burritos, nacho dudes, surfing turfs, and we would enjoy, good games of dominoes. We would play cards, you know, and you know, you work with what you got. You make your family in there. You find a bond, you find your brotherhood, and you just create your own family. And these are one of the things that you know the that we practiced and that we did to be able to carry on traditions for our people.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. It was just, it was something to bond with, man. It was like, a pastime. A lot of times, you guys think that, when you see somebody that came home from prison, you see a smile on his face, man. Like, no, it ain't about, what I'm saying, that he came out. I mean, thinking that, guys, ain't in there doing nothing like that, man. Like, playing dominoes and playing cars and just that bond that we was creating, bro. Um, this was, I'm telling you, man, this thing here and them cards.
And it brought cultures together
Oh, yeah,
because
absolutely.
you had, catrachos, jorochos, you had Mexicans, Chicanos, Boricuas, the Cubanos, like everybody came together and we would exchange, cultural, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We would start to understand the words and the differences, those idiomas, the language, the slang, and it was educational and it was just empowering to be united,
And
with your people.
if you lost at the spades, you was gonna hit that floor.
You was gonna
man,
hit the deck
and do them push-ups, man. I did a whole bunch of 100 push-ups.
I know I ain't did a push-up since then. I ain't can you tell?
Uh,
It don't matter, man. I love it every day.
That's right.
I tell you, bro. I tell people every day, man. I wake up like this, just
Oh,
super
man.
turned up.
That's
You know
good.
what I'm saying? Just because I'm so grateful for everything.
Gotta be grateful, bro.
Just
Gotta be
because I
grateful.
could close the door in the bathroom.
That's it. That's it. Sometimes, man, like I find myself, man, just in awe every day, bro. Like, I sometimes I view things, bro. Like if I had like a third eye, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say what I mean by that is, like, just a greater appreciation, bro, that I have for life, the greater appreciation I have for my family. You know what I'm saying? I was just with a homeboy the other day who used to come visit me all the time, and I tell him now, I said, now that I realize, man, how difficult and how busy life can get out here, to have somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're out here living, bro, and raising families and real busy, and they're taking the time to, go in that prison, man, to visit me, bro. I have such a greater appreciation for that and so much more.
And not only that, a lot of our family members used to get harassed going up in
Yeah.
there, especially when they used to go up north and upstate. Sometimes they'll deny the visit. Your family done travel 5-6 hours to come see you. So when I come out here and I see the hustle and bustle,
Yeah.
that makes me definitely appreciate my family and friends and everybody who took time to come see me, because two things that people ain't got a whole lot of is time and money, man. So if you got people coming to see you, man, appreciate them, and I salute you.
No doubt,
For
no doubt.
supporting your loved ones, for sure.
Because it's important, bro. It's important, man. Like, we need that family support, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a big part of, man, that growth, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to have your family, and for me, having family, having friends, man, that actually, man, roll with me, man, it was my way, bro. When I used to think about it, it was like, they reminded me every day, man, of what it is I was missing out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they made me fight harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't just go in there with a life sentence and say, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, being in communication with people out here all the time, getting those visits, getting that phone, like that kept me in tune with what was going on. I used to call people in the neighborhood, and talk about stuff in the hood, and they were like, man, you know more about the hood than we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt about
Because
it.
I stayed on that phone. You know what I'm saying? It was just, that was my way of staying alive out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I used to tell my family, man, send me pictures, be my eyes for me.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah. One guy, one of the things that got to me one time, man, he said, bro, whatever you do, he said, don't let the world forget you. You know what I mean? I said, what do you mean by that? He said, don't let the world forget you, bro.
Ooh,
He said,
that's
he
cold.
said, if you write a letter and he don't write back, or she don't write back in 2 or 3 weeks, write him again. You know what I'm saying? He just think, you know what I'm saying? But that was just my way of staying alive. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let the world forget you,
don't
baby.
let the world forget you, because
That's a
the
powerful
world,
statement.
because once the world forgets you, you no longer exist. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in prison doing a life sentence and you allow the world to forget you, you don't exist. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not gonna let the world forget me.
So we've talked about where you from. We talked about where you at. Now we want to know where you headed, man. Like, talk about the new job, the new promotions. Like,
man.
tell us, everything
Man,
that you got going on, man.
It's been such a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the work that I did inside, man, like, it prepared me for what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, I'm currently a reentry specialist with the State Appellate Defender's Office. We're an appellate defender organization that represents about 25% of the general prison population, guys that get convicted and they want to go back and do appeals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we represent them guys. And what I work for is I work for Project Reentry in Sado. And I'm doing reentry plans for guys. I'm doing parole prep. You know what I'm saying? So So from my experience, everything I learned, bro, now I'm able to write a person a comprehensive reentry plan, and I can also, guide somebody, man, through the parole process. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a blessing, bro. And, I'm helping other former juvenile lifers. You know what I'm saying, guys that I walk the yard with. Now the MDLC is allowing me to do Zoom video conferences with them. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was on parole, man, one of the most satisfying things about going to see my agent, bro, is that when he asked me for my check stub, mine looked exactly like his did. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm getting paid by this
good
state,
money.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been a blessing, bro. Just recently, as about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got elected as a non-attorney member for the state bar of Michigan's prison correction section. You know what I'm saying? So now, just 2 days ago, I was on a Zoom meeting with the head prosecutor of M County in Lansing. You know what I'm saying? And just being on a board, we're like an advisory. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have discussions about any upcoming laws, any upcoming policies in the Department of Corrections, and we will debate it, get together, and give recommendations. You know what I'm saying? So it's just dope, man. It's, and I told these organizations, well, I told specifically, with SADO and stuff like that, man, and like, we have to be at the table, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
It can't just be somebody else, and not to knock anybody else who went to school for it. You know what I'm saying? Because they also bring, their contribution. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be the ones to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of formerly incarcerated men that are doing some great jobs, man. Nation Outside last week, bro, made sure that every inmate in Genesee County Jail voted.
I seen that.
Nation Outside went in there, man, and did that with the sheriff there, man. You know what I'm saying? So
times have changed, man.
Times have changed, bro, and we're becoming a powerful.
I feel like the people are getting their power back.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And just because you made a mistake at some point in your life or because you went to prison, man, that don't mean nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody out here tell me one thing. I say, bro, too. Like when I hear somebody saying, "Oh man, I can't do that, bro. It's hard." I use myself as an example all the time, bro. Like, listen, man, you can't tell me that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a life without parole sentence, and I'm out here and I'm doing this, and you know what I'm saying? So,
are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
You gotta get it. You gotta just have the desire, man. You gotta want it bad enough. You gotta want it bad enough, man. And it has to be like just genuine, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you genuinely do the work, man, because you love the work, bro, the blessings, man, God will just pour blessings on you, bro.
This is what I gotta say, man, is that if you want change, man, be the change you want to see. Put yourself in a position, get some authority, put some position where you got a voice, where you can speak on behalf of the people, man. That's what we've been out here doing. The organization I work for, we are community servants, man, and we also help returning citizens as well. I am a returning citizen, and helping them guide through this. It's making a better community for everybody, man.
Oh yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good to be able, to help the brothers out, man. There's a lot of guys, man, that don't have that help, man. That don't have that positive influence, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I love the work that I do, bro.
So listen, bro, like we do in every show, at the end of the show, we let all of our guests come and sign the Wall of Fame, man. So before we close out, we're going to let my man go ahead and tag him up.
About to tag it.
Woo. Shooby-wop.
That's right. All right.
Pick a spot.
It's the Wall of Fame right here.
Yeah.
The Wall of Fame.
Okay, then, my man.
That's that doctor sign.
That's going to be worth money. That boy going to be worth money. Right. Sound like it already is, boy. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
Hey, you guys. Thank you for all your love, all your support, for sharing, for subscribing. Please continue to stay tuned every Monday at 8 o'clock. Check in with Live in the Mix. They definitely getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all our family, friends, and loved ones.
Everyday people, man. That's right, man. Keep on supporting, man. My brother, man. We're going to keep bringing it. Southwest Detroit, lit entertainment. Let's get it. Let's support each other, man. We love each other, man.
El Nino Podcast, real everyday people.
Peace.